What's up, YouTube? It's 3 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't really sleep, so decided to come out here and make a video for you guys. So as the title states, my supercharger's gone. And no, it didn't break. Nothing went wrong. Car's still fine. I just took it off to sell it. So quick little overview of how everything went when I took it off. Everything came off fine. Took about an hour at most. Which is pretty quick. Only problem I had was about 2 bolts for the bracket that held the supercharger on. It broke. One here and one here. So you can see it. Yeah, it broke. And so, yeah, I'm gonna have fun taking that out. I'm gonna have to use an extractor tomorrow. Other than that, everything came off fine. In fact, I sold it a couple, 2-3 hours ago. Same day, about an hour after I took it off. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but one thing I wanted to go over real quick is the Track Tough, water passage adapter for the manifold. And this is definitely a mod I recommend for anyone, especially for people that take off their intake manifolds pretty often, because I did not have to drain my coolant, which is such a nice thing, because that means I don't have to pour in new coolant, or I don't have to drain the old coolant initially, pour a new one, and burp it. And as you all know, burping this car is a pain in the ass. And so yeah, it's definitely one mod I recommend to anyone. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I recently installed a new coil radiator. And here it is. Pretty nice fitment. OEM bolt-on. It uses the OEM fan shrouds, bolted on like no problem. It uses OEM mounting brackets. It took about an hour to install. The only thing I will say is, initially, the one thing that they didn't tell me, because on their website it was like OEM bolt-on, so I figured I wouldn't need anything else. So one thing I didn't find out till later, and I'm glad I checked before I did the install, is you need their custom radiator cap, because your OEM one will not fit on this. And this cap is about another $30. So yeah, if you guys do plan on getting this radiator, make sure to get their cap also, otherwise you might be stuffed, because the OEM one will not work. But anyway, that's not why I'm making the video today. So as you all know, the supercharger is gone. And I'm sure you guys know what that means. I'm going turbo. Oh yeah, so before that, I'm gonna have to be riding on my RRC for about a month or two. So I'm gonna be naturally aspirated for about 2 months. Hopefully, hopefully not 3. But yeah, and so now I made this video to pretty much tell you guys about which turbo kit I'm going to buy. Well, to be quite honest, you guys, I'm not sure either. Over the last 2 months, 3 months, I've been doing research on every turbo kit available for the 9s, and most importantly, I've been doing research on which turbo to pick. I've been looking up turbos, power bands, of people who post up their dynos and which turbo kits they have. And I'm still not sure which turbo kit I want, or which turbo I want. So currently, there are pretty much 4 turbo kits that I know of for the 9th gens. The 2 well-known ones are 4Race and PRL. Then you have the newer one, Max Speed. And if you guys didn't know, K-Mod also has a turbo kit for the 9th gens. But just to start off, I'm going to stay far away from the K-Mod turbo kit. Because for one, I had a friend, or I still have a friend that has that kit on his 9th gen. Initially, there was a lot of problems with that kit. A lot of problems. And he had to, invest a good bit to get that kit to work well. Now, a little quick thing about that kit, basically. So the hot side is actually made by PRL. Dump tube. So pretty much the turbo flange, downpipe, dump tube, it's all produced by PRL Motorsports. But that's not where he's been having the problem. or had problems. The problems he had were on the cold side, which is fabricated by K-Mod itself. So pretty much intercooler pipings. There was a lot of fitment issues, and there was a lot of rubbing. And so, yeah, I'm just gonna stay away from that kit. And the kit goes for about, I don't even remember, $4,200, $4,300. So it's about $200-$300 away from PRL, and they offer, and that's with a 5.8. So for about $200-$300, I can have a nicer PRL kit, or a complete PRL kit, as you would say. So pretty much that leaves me with about 3 options, PRL, full raise, and max speed. Now, initially in one of my videos, I did say I was gonna go with a max speed turbo kit, but after doing some research and some long hard thinking, I think I'm gonna probably reconsider. Not saying that the max speed kit's bad. I've talked to about 2 people that has the kit. They haven't had any issues with the kit at all, But I think for my power goals, I'm just thinking that it probably would be better if I go with a PRO or a full raise kit. That way I won't have to spend more money into, trying to get the kit on with what I need to or want to do with my car. By the way, my power goals are real quick. So my plans are to make about 500-600 on stock motor. And once I built my motor, I want to make about 600-750. And yeah, so pretty much that's my power goals. Now, so I wanted to go back on the max speed kit. Now, when I was talking to a vendor, from what I gather, so biggest points on the max speed kit is it comes with 2 options for a turbo. It comes with either a Comp 6062 journal bearing or a Turbonetics 62mm. I don't remember if that was journal or ball bearing, but probably journal. Now, for wastegate, it uses a Turbo Smart wastegate, and for the blow-off valve, it uses a Snaps blow-off valve. And the winning thing about this kit, well, actually, the intercooler I'm not sure about. I think someone told me max speed uses CX Racing, but I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what's the horsepower rating. But anyway, so like I said before, the winning thing that initially won me over was the pricing on this kit. Out of all the turbo kits, it was actually the cheapest. And so, that kind of reeled me in pretty quick. I was, for the price, it just seemed like a good deal. But, like I said before, I did more thinking, a little more research. I figured, nothing's wrong with the kit. I just think for my power goals, it's probably better for me to invest in either PRL or full raise. So yeah, that's it with the max speed. Now with PRL, everyone knows about it. Everyone in the 9th gen community has one, and a good bit of people in the 8th gen community has one also. So it comes with various options of precision and Garrett turbos. And if I remember right, the wastegate was a precision wastegate actually, and it came with a TL blow-off valve. Intercooler was a Garrett core, if I remember them reading it right. And now, one thing I really liked about the kit was the intercooler. The rating for the horsepower was about 800 wheel, and that's definitely where I want to be at, and I definitely like that feature. I'm definitely considering a PRO turbo kit. And if you're wondering what turbo I would pick for that, if I were to go PRO, so that's what I'm not sure about either. So it's gonna be either a 6262 or 6266, or a Garrett GTX 3576R or 3076R. And you're probably wondering, those 2 turbos are completely different, in terms of pricing. One's journal bearing, one's ball bearing, and they're about $1,000 apart. And so yeah, I'm not initially sure if I want to go journal bearing or ball bearing either. So that's my dilemma right now. if I were to go PRL. Now, the full race kit, if I were to go it, well, I'll start by introducing it. So full race kit is using a Borg Warner turbos EFR. If you don't know what an EFR turbo is, it means, wastegate and blow-off valve is integrated into the turbo itself. Now, there's a lot of pros and cons in when you do that. I'm just gonna say, one thing I like about Borg Warner EFR is reliability. If you ever seen the shaft of a EFR turbo compared to even the GTX shaft, it's noticeably a lot thicker. And also, so when you have pretty much wastegate and blow-off valve integrated, it's a little bit more reliable, but it doesn't flow as well. So there's the thing with that. And as for the intercooler, I'm not sure what it is. I believe it's also a Garrett core, but I don't think I'm right. I don't remember the rating, but I'm pretty sure it was about up to 1,000, which is a lot more than what I would need. And anyway, so if I were to go, full race turbo kit, it'd either be, well, actually, the turbo I really want with a EFR turbo kit would probably be a 7670. And surprisingly, it's the cheapest turbo kit and not the smallest. Smallest is 7064, and that costs about 400 more than the 7670. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to note about the EFR turbos is they seem to always make about 60 to 90 less than Precision and Garrett turbos, which is interesting because they actually cost more. So keep that in mind if you ever plan on buying a EFR turbo kit. So yeah, so pretty much that's my dilemma. I don't know which turbo kit to pick or which turbo to even pick from. So yeah, but I'm getting pretty tired, so I'm gonna end the video here. Why don't you guys leave a comment down below about what turbo kit you guys think I should buy, and what turbo I should even go with that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Good night.